the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
The Global Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you for sound back there. So welcome again to Claremont Center for Spiritual Living, which is part of the Global Centers for Spiritual Living. And I am Reverend Mary Ann, or AKA Reverend Mary. And on the platform today, we have our practitioner, Brad. And we have Jeff, of course. And you're going to have to remind me. That's right, Michael Whitney. I'm sorry, Michael, brain freeze there. And his lovely wife joining us today. We also have a really special presentation, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So let's just center on in. Get comfortable in your seats. Take a deep breath and release. And let go of everything that it took to get here this morning. All those many, many things you've been thinking about. And as we take another deep breath and release, we let go of all the things for the rest of the day and the week and just move to that center place where we know all is well.
Good morning, and let's come together now in the one spirit of God, the one spirit of the one mind, the one spirit of which we are all connected. And let's know that we are part of this beautiful, beautiful spirit. And after the rains of yesterday and the day before, we come today to an absolutely beautiful sunlit day. And we are very happy that we're able to gather together here with like-minded spirits, knowing that everything today is going well. And for those who are not here, everything is going well with them wherever they are. So let's know this now, and let's absolutely revel in the spirit and the good news that we all have as we come together today. So please feel that with me now. I feel it. I feel it very strongly. And so I give thanks for the knowledge that we have, and I give thanks for this day. And I say together with me silently as I say, and so it is. I have a reading for you this morning, and it fits in with the talk that you're going to hear today. And it's really, I was looking over this reading, and it really is quite a wonderful thing to have, to take in to this morning. So it goes, "It is certain that you will have to love your fellow man if you wish to be happy. Your union with God implies union with everything that lives. Do not be afraid of this. Do not shun the thought of it. Divine union means union with everything. This does not mean that you love those who are closest to you any less, You merely love all humanity more. Think for a moment about the few whom you have lavished particular affection, and now permit your imagination to include more. Say to yourself, what would it be like if these few whom I love so much were multiplied so that finally everyone I meet should arouse me in the same deep affection? Dare to lose your small affection and you will find it increased and multiplied 1,000,000 times through greater union. Learn to be more at home at the universe. No more loneliness. No more sense of isolation. See God in everyone. The same God with a different face. The same animating principle with a different form. And the same divine presence clothed in an individual expression. There is a fountain of life from which a man drink, and he shall never thirst again. Your search is after this fountain, that you may be immersed in it. You cannot plunge into the waters of real life unless you take everyone else in with you. The universe is one system, and you are part of it. And I'm called Brad Weathern, and this is Ernest Holmes. Thank you.
Music, we'll light our candle. And our candle today is being lit we're still in December, right? The last Sunday of December, the theme is the gifts. And the gifts we have today are each other. It's a oneness and the gift of each other.
Love is real. Real is love. Love is feeling. Feeling love. Love is wanting to be loved. Love is touch. Touch is love. Love is reaching. Reaching love. Love is asking to be loved. Love is you, you and me. Love is knowing we can be. Love is free. Free is love. Love is living. Living love. Love is needing to be loved. Love is you, you and me. Love is knowing
we can be. Love is free. Free is love. Love is living. Living love. Love is needy to be loved.
So, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, today is a special day. I'm going to move this over for a moment. Today is a special day because it's the first day of Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is an African American celebration. And so why are we doing this collectively in our center today? Well, the vision of, we're getting a little echo back there. Not sure what we can do about that. But the vision of the Centers for Spiritual Living is a world that works for everyone, which means we are very inclusive. And with that, being inclusive, still getting this echo, being inclusive means that everybody comes together to sit at the table. But it means more than getting a seat at the table. I think I've mentioned this before. It means having a voice at the table. So what we're doing today is we're giving voice to the African American celebration of culture and principle. So we have really special guests that are going to present that today. We have our board president, Jan Eaglin Collins, and a past board president, Betty Francis, to present that to us today. So come on up. Come on up. So here's a mic for you. That, or, yeah. Come, there you go.
Can you hear me? All right. So in my other life, my name is Dr. Jan Collins Eaglin. I'm a professor and a teacher, and I believe in interactive presentations, and because it brings us together as a community. And so, as we begin celebrating this season, Kwanzaa is not a spiritual celebration, it's a community celebration. And it's a celebration of values, of commitment, and coming together. And so our small community is one that enjoys coming together, and we're going to celebrate that today. And so we'll begin. So this is the cornerstone of Kwanzaa are 7 principles. And we have a kinara here. And the kinara is the candlestick holder. And it's on a mat. And this mat's very special to me because it was given to me by my son-in-law who does research in Africa. It is a woven mat that's very common throughout Africa as like our tablecloth, right? But it's hand woven and hand dyed and hand sewn put together. And so this mat, which is from the Congo, we have our kanara. And we also have a cup called a tamba. And this will be our activity, but this is our libation cup. We also have fruits from California. So this is that came from the backyard. We have avocados because we celebrate harvest and we celebrate the fruits of our labor. And so I brought, I had to bring sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes or yams are one of the actual crops that came across from Africa to the United States. And if any of you have ever seen High on the Hog, I strongly recommend it. It's a Netflix series, but it talks about the foods that and the seeds that came from Africa that are part of our everyday culinary experience, like rice. But anyway, so I brought that, and oranges are such. Here we are in citrus country, and then an avocado. Okay, so Betty here is going to light our candles. Typically, in your household, you would light one a day, okay? And the first candle we're going to light is the black candle. And the black candle stands for unity, right? The principles are called Nguza Saba. So Mary and Betty are going to light our unity candle, okay? And the first, and it's Umoja, U-M-O-J-A, Umoja. There you go. And so we usually would say Harambe Umoja. So I'm going to have everybody say it. It's Harambe Umoja. Harambe means what's the news? And the news of the day, the first day, is Umoja, unity. And isn't that what we're all about? That's one of our spiritual principles, unity. The second candle we're going to, and we'll start from the left and work to the right. We'll start from the left and work to the right. Ready? Okay, the second candle is Kujichugulia, self-determination. And this is a value and principle that we want to teach to our children, and we want to celebrate as a community. Okay. The next candle is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. This is a communal celebration. We talk about collectivity. It is not the Western, I'm going to do it on my own, I'm going to pull up my own bootstraps, and I'm going to be this independent person. It talks about how we all are interdependent. And don't we know that now? I hope everybody is masking up, because we have to mask up to save each other, right? The next one is Ujama, collective economics. And as a community, we talk about collective economics and cooperating together. Typically you would, if I was in Los Angeles and this was here we are, we can do it online. It talks about supporting black businesses, supporting businesses in your community. Moving out from the big conglomerate to supporting small businesses. Don't we have Small Business Day? That's one of those principles, right? The next one is Nia, purpose. What is your purpose? What is our purpose? What is our purpose as a community? And if I was doing this in a family, we would talk about what is our purpose? What is our purpose on this earth? What is our purpose in sustaining our earth? The next one is Kuumba, creativity. And so there's usually crafts and colors, and we celebrate how creative we are as a people. And the reason this is so important for African Americans, it is by our creativity that we have been resilient and we are still here, and our creativity seems to be absorbed by the general community. And I was listening on the way here with the lead singer of Carolina and the Chocolate Drops, and she is a fabulous singer, but she talked about the banjo, the guitar, all of these are instruments that came from Africa to the United States. And we have assimilated this, and we don't even know where it came from. But that creativity and the drums, the different kind of drums, and the drumming that's so much a part, and the music that's so much a part of our culture, we don't even know where it came from. And so she was talking about that. So we celebrate the principle of creativity. And the last one is Imani, faith. What is our faith? And by our faith, we are sustained. By our faith, we are healed. By our faith, we keep going. And so that resilience is celebrated every day. So we would say Harambe. So now this is what we're going to do as an activity, just to give you an example of a Kwanzaa activity. You may sit. Oh, you okay? Oh. That's okay. I'm going to put them right here. You now know what a kanar is. You've now seen him lit. We keep moving along. Life is good. So one of the most important, I think, celebrations, we would do it with students whenever we would get together. We would always have a special graduation for all of our students of color, and we always start with a libation cup. And so I'm going to ask each of you to participate. If we could do it because of COVID, I would ask all of us to come together, and I would give you the libation cup. But this is what we do. The libation cup means we bring our ancestors right here with us. And if you could have an ancestor that's with you right now on your journey, who would that ancestor be? You call out the ancestor's name and we say, Ashe. The libation cup is full of water. Water is very significant for Africans. Water is the source of life. Our ancestors are the source of our life. And so we would say, Ashe, and I'm pouring it. They say to pour it over greens, so I poured it over California greens, which is rosemary and sage. And so I will start. I will go to Reverend Mary. I then will go to Jeff. You have no, if you feel you need to opt out, do so. If not, I'm calling your name. And we're going to do this. This is the teacher in me. Okay. So I remember, if I start to cry, just let it be. My mother and father, and my mother and father-in-law, who are very special ancestors, who not here, but I know they're here with me now. And when I do that, you say Ashe. Ashe. You say it. Okay. Reverend Mary.
I remember my mother Jones Portable.
Ashe. Ashe. Jeff, I'll do. Oh, good. Oh, you want to come up and do a little exercise? Let's do it. Okay.
My mother, Mary, passed this year.
Ashe. His mother Mary, who passed this year. Whoever would like to come up, come up. If not, I will come to you. I guess I'm going to come. Right? Diane? Okay. Yes.
My mother Sue, who passed in 2018. Ashe.
Ashe. We say Ashe with him. Ashe.
This is for my mother and dad, Stella and Joe. Ashe.
Ashe. Thank you. Please come. For her father who passed this year, Ashe. Thank you. Let me see. For my mother and father, Bruce and Jackie. Ashe. Let's see. I think that if I do it this way, we don't have to climb up steps. Only if you can say your ancestor.
I will do that. I'll
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
I do this for my parents and my brother and my sisters who have passed. Ashe.
Ashe.
Do I hold it?
You can.
I do this for my father and mother, George and Jimmy.
Ashe. Just a
Ashe.
drum. Just a little drum. Okay. Thank you.
I do this for all my ancestors on both sides of my family. Ashe.
Ashe. Please come. Well, I guess you and I are going to have to walk around.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
I will walk only a little ways.
Okay. There are many activities, but I encourage you to look them up and do one. But I'd like to end with a closing, I guess it's a closing prayer, at the end of the 7 days. All right, okay. The farewell statement. Strive for discipline, dedication, and achievement in all you do. Dare to struggle and sacrifice and gain the strength that comes from this. Build where you are and dare to leave a legacy that will last as long as the sun shines and the water flows. Practice daily Umoja, Hujigulia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, and Imani. And may the wisdom of the ancestors always walk with us. Our ancestors are here with us right now, sitting beside us. If you could see them, their hands on our shoulders. May the year's end meet us laughing and stronger. May our children honor us by following our example in love and struggle. And at the end of next year, may we sit again together in larger numbers with greater achievements and closer to liberation and a higher level of human life. And so we end by saying, Harambe. 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 Thank you.
Beautiful experience. And even though, move that back there, even though Jan started out saying it's not a spiritual celebration, it's more of a social and cultural, I'm sure you could vision in your mind as she went through the different values that there are spiritual principles that link up. When I first started researching and looking at some of this, I saw, still echoing back there, so I'll just take my little cheat sheet over here and maybe that'll help. I looked at some of the principles that they taught, the first one being unity, and in science of mind we would say that's oneness, the principle. And the spiritual practice, of course, it goes with oneness, is practicing the presence. The self-determination is our creative process and spiritual mind treatment. The collective work and responsibility is spiritual laws and intentional manifestation. Purpose is, of course, love, and again, practicing the presence. Creativity is our realization that heaven is not some other place, but is within, and that we create heaven on earth. And faith, well, we are just spiritual beings having a physical experience here and now, and we realize this through our gratitude of the blessings that we have. So now we understand a little more of each other, which gives us a greater feeling of oneness and connection, because we're all simply people who have past experience and cultural experiences, yet we're still part of this one human race, all striving for that inner peace and self-respect. All of us. So in knowing that, we'll go into a prayer. What a beautiful, beautiful experience. I know that Spirit expressed through Jan and Betty today, and through each of us as we recognized those people in our lives who have brought us to this moment, who have brought us to that self-awareness that we are all part of one beautiful, beautiful world. And we all rise together, supporting each other. This is the expression of love. And that is our purpose here on this planet, to learn, to receive and to give love, to be love. Because that is who we are. And so we are so grateful to Jan and Betty and Michael and Jeff today for bringing us this wonderful experience of community. So grateful. And so in that gratitude, we move throughout our week, loving in every kind of way we can. And so it is.
There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new world coming. This one's coming to an end. There's a new voice calling. You can hear it if you try. And it's growing stronger with each day that passes by. There's a brand new morning, rising clear and sweet and free. It's a new day dawning that belongs to you and me. Yes, a new world's coming, the one we've had visions of, coming in peace, coming in joy, coming in love. There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new world coming. This one's coming to an end. There's a new voice calling. You can hear it if you growing stronger with each day that passes by. Planet rising clear and sweet and free. Day dawning that belongs to you and me. Yes, a new world's coming, the one we've had visions of, coming in peace, coming in joy, coming in love, coming in peace, coming in joy, coming in love, coming in peace, coming in joy, coming in love.
On the right side of your program, let's bring it together. I act in principle, both individually and as a member of the community. One more time. I act in principle, both individually and member of the community. Okay, and then let's take a moment for our tithing blessing. The baskets are still in the back. We're still not passing them hand to hand, but they're really big. They are, and they can hold a lot. They're on really sturdy stands. So, and this is the last Sunday of the year. Get it? Next year it'll be too late to go backwards and say, oh my gosh, I forgot during all those COVID months. Okay, let's do our blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am promising now. Okay, I don't think we have any new announcements or anything. Reverend Tracy will be back next week. No other... Oh, Graham. Pardon? Oh, yes. Yes, we do. So, yes, it will be put to a good use. And even if you want to be specific with it, we do have a leaking roof and carpet and ceiling that have to be replaced because it leaked that much. We ended up with a clogged downspout. The roof became a swimming pool, and we have a whole office area library that needs a lot of repair. So we welcome everything. But remember, don't give till it hurts, only give till it feels good, right? Okay. So with that, let's just go into a final prayer of benediction, knowing that this week is amazing as we move from Christmas to New Year's in anticipation. It's like embarking on a new journey. So we put this new journey into prayer. We place it in that universal spirit of love and law, knowing that as we get ready to embark on a new journey, it is this journey that we go on is this ship of spirit, and that we are supported by Spirit's crew. We know that this week, this coming year, is an amazing new journey with all kinds of gifts. And so it is. Let's stand and form a sort of circle and sing in our Mass on our way out.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me.